We're gonna do like a base camp style in the Adirondack Mountains. This is gonna be nice. This will be the first time you've ever done 2 days in one spot.
I know, I'm so excited.
Hey everybody, Syntax77 back with you, out here on another adventure. This time we're in the great state of New York, in the Adirondack Mountains. We're actually at the Elk Lake Trailhead, and by we, I don't just mean this time me and you, the viewer, but I have my lovely wife, Sarah.
Did I scare you? I'm so sorry.
And my apparently skittish pup, Denali. How you doing, Denali?
Wanna go for a hike? Yeah, man.
All right, buddy, well, don't leave quite yet. You ready? We got 3 days, Sarah, 2 nights, and some massive packs.
Massive.
Yeah, I know some people subscribe to the channel based on my ultralight backpacking videos.
Ultralight.
I just want you to know, guys, you're going to be a little disappointed today. But if you're looking for a fun time in the woods, we're going to try to deliver that. We're going to do like a base camp style, so I did not hold back on packing stuff. In fact, you'll see that's my old school pack. The EMS Long Trail 70 liter pack. I got all kinds of stuff on there. I got a tarp that looks really ridiculous. It's like a $15 Walmart tarp. We'll get into all that later when we get on the trail and make ourselves a nice base camp, meaning we're gonna stay in the same place for both nights. So we're gonna go set up now and then maybe hit some peaks. We're on the Dix Range, right, Sarah? Right. So, with that being said, let's close this car up. I'll put this pack on reluctantly.
I don't think you should put that on.
And
that doesn't look like you should put it on.
Yeah, we'll figure this out. Let's do it.
I feel so wide.
You're also a little wobbly, but we only have about 4 miles to go until the place that I want to camp.
I'm super crooked.
So 4 miles isn't too bad. I'll try to adjust your straps, but you got a little gangster lean this time. All right, let's do it. There's cell service here.
No.
Send an okay message to your sis. Oh my God, so I'm rocking like 40 something pounds. This is old school. I don't even know if I carried this much weight in the winter on it. Oh my God. But I know there was a time back in the day,
Way back when.
where I would carry this on a light summer trip, or what I thought was a light summer trip. Or actually, I didn't even know what light was, but I would carry it on a normal summer trip, like in the White Mountains. Insane.
Oh, you look good.
Oh, this, I haven't felt a pack like this in a long
Ugh.
time.
Thank God we are doing base camp.
I got so much crap in here. I should also mention I have a bear canister. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
That is not legally required right here in the Dix Wilderness, but it's highly recommended, and we're very close to the eastern high peaks where it is legally required this time of year to have a bear canister. We didn't know exactly where we were going to go. We just knew we were coming to the Adirondacks, so to play it safe, we bought the bear canister. I shoved it in the bottom of my pack here. It's smuggled in there. But hey, we already were set up to use it, and it should make things a little easier once we're at camp.
I'll miss you.
What's going on there? That's not good. If you
found her shoes that she threw.
If you lose a boot,
Well, there's the sock that goes with it, so.
that's a bad day.
Well, it looks like they got stuck in there.
Oh, we got to sign in.
Oh my goodness, there's not gonna be any room for us.
You got to keep flipping.
Lost iPhone, oh no.
Oh boy, did you have a boot with you too?
If found, please call.
That's
Please reward, that sucks. What do you think? I signed you in too, Nana.
You ready, buddy?
You want to just set up right here?
Yeah,
That would be hilarious.
I'm about done.
I mean, we've had them on for a good 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That burned something, right?
It did say this goes to the Lillian Brook lean-to, so we're fine. Oh, walking hurts. That was quick. First intersection, and I believe from memory, from reading, we're going to go to the left, not the right. In fact, it says trail. I don't really know what's to the right, but...
An open field.
An open field. Now this cuts through some private land. There's the Elk Lake Lodge, which is a resort. And in fact, we've seen a couple cross trails that say for guests only. So there's another sign up front that kind of explains it. But the landowner, I'm assuming that resort, has given access on this trail for people to come through and access the Adirondacks. It's usually not until later in the video that I can't speak. But the pack's throwing me off. Yeah, I'm just going to whine about this pack the whole time. I was doing the math though. I'm guessing with when I throw in camera gear and food and all that, I'm probably close to 50-55 pounds, which for me is a lot. And body percentage wise is probably 33 to 40% of body weight. Sarah's still under 20. She's killing it. She's a little crooked, but she's under 20.
Don't show them. Don't show them my crookedness.
No, don't want to do that. But like I was saying, the resorts around here, so for the first bit, you can't camp or have fires or do anything like that. You basically just be respectful of the private property and make your way through for the first couple miles. Mini Foss.
Mini Foss, off the limit.
Nice. Fall colors going on. You gonna carry that with you for the rest of the trail? What are you? Oh yeah.
It's the fall episode.
It's looking good.
Nice. I made it myself.
All right, that's got to be there for the next 3 days.
Yeah, man. Look, the trail sign fell.
Uh-oh.
I don't know where I am.
Should probably mention, based on the leaves, you can probably guess roughly the time of year, but
No, this is early though.
yeah, but for those interested,
It's like the second week of September.
yeah, so maybe as we see higher elevations tomorrow,
We already saw when we were driving in it changing.
some decent pops of
That's
color
when I
here and
got
there.
This idea.
No, it's looking good.
Thanks.
Well, it was fun while it lasted. I think we got to turn around, Sarah.
Where's the trail end? I'm gonna get a cheeseburger. You want a cheeseburger? Yeah?
Cheeseburger, buddy. You know, I'm taking a few days off from the keto for this hike, so we can even have a cheeseburger with a bun if you want, Denali. Well, I probably wouldn't give him the bun. All right.
Let's summit these trees.
Summit the trees, Sarah.
Now you hike your own hike. You're small. I'll meet you on the other side.
I hear water. Oh boy,
That's what I'm like. Why is it?
what happened?
It's a bridge, but I make you scared to use it.
It fall down? I think we're gonna be okay. This is the most dangerous part of the trip so far. We're doing pretty well. Now, speaking of water, there are two lean-tos along this route here that kind of run perpendicular to the Dix Range, which is to my right now. One is Lillian Brook, where we're headed, about 4 miles in, 3.7. And the first one is 2.3 miles in, and it is the, oh shoot, I can't even remember now. I'm blaming it on the backpack, blaming everything on the backpack. Something Brook. Slide Brook. Slide Brook, there we go, I got it. Anyway, a lot of people, I believe the majority, will base camp at that one because they'll take the, I believe it's Macomb is the peak. And is it Macomb Slide, I believe? There's a slide, which is a bunch of loose rock, basically. We're not gonna do that portion. We're gonna go on a different herd path, most likely, when we go up to the peaks. But we'll take a look at what that lean-to area looks like, and we'll keep going past it. That's the plan, at least. A little muddy around here. This is actually some drier mud. I'll maybe take a break, take these packs off for just a minute. I think I have to adjust my straps. I haven't used this pack in quite a while, and the last time I did, I didn't even have this much weight in it, so I think I have to adjust the straps. I'm hanging all weird. All right, I think that feels better, or at least remains to be seen. I was telling Sarah, I think one of the problems is I've never really been that great at properly or ergonomically setting up my packs. I kind of probably get away with that because I do lower weights. People have certainly pointed out the times when I, you know, don't have the best setup for my pack. It's slung a little weird on my back, etc. And I probably, like I said, get away with that because I have 10-pound or less base weight. But when you're carrying 50-something pounds, those problems start to get magnified. And that's about where I am right now, I think. So, I adjusted the load lifters, which are like these back straps here on top of the shoulder kind of area. And it does feel a little more snug to my back, so we'll see how it goes. A little bridge action. I would imagine we're getting close to where some campsites are. Matter of fact, right there is one of the Camp Here discs. So basically the way it works around here is, in general, a legal campsite would be 150 feet away from any trail, road, or water source, unless there's a Camp Here disc nearby, because you can hear and see that water back there. That campsite was closer than 150 feet, but there's certain spots where they just designate that, hey, this is okay. We know you want to camp around here, and it's popular, so just do it in this one spot.
Look, lean-to.
Okay, so we're to the Slide Brook lean-to at this point. Yep, there it is. There are some spots around here that are pretty popular, like I said, to use as a base camp to go up and do the Dix Range. About another mile of mud and roots later, and we'll be at our lean-to area. Now we'll be hammock camping, so like I said, we won't be using the lean-to, but we'll be scouting around for some campsites nearby and setting up. At this point, it is 2:08 in the afternoon, which is pretty decent. We got to start at about noonish. Now, from what I read on the trail reports, I always see the description of muddy, so I think that's pretty much par for the course around here, at least in any of the non-winter months.
Oh God.
Oh man.
Boy. There it is.
It's all right. It's less than a mile now,
There's some
Sarah.
sound effects for you.
Yeah.
You said less than a mile like a mile ago.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
But this time,
Ooh.
whoa. Anyway, like I was saying, this time it's true. You're going to be there before you know it.
I don't think so.
I'm telling you, just like this. See, I told you.
What did you tell me?
Be here in no time.
That lean shoes are creepy.
Well, we know you're not staying in it. Oh my God. Ow. Oh, there's a lot of writing in here.
So much writing.
Oh, that's a lot of Tuckers have stayed here.
Tucker.
That says Tucker.
That says
This is not G-rated. Anyway, we're right along the brook. From reading online, there are some tent sites around here somewhere. We're gonna scout around. And next thing you know, we should have a cool, I almost said tent site, but hammock site.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that. Hopefully that doesn't take too long. Always nice to see that symbol when you think it's too good to be true, but it isn't. Sarah and Nolly can't wait.
I'm just about to do my yoga, don't worry.
I hear you. Getting that mat out. This is pretty cool, Sarah. What do you think of this?
I don't know how that stays down.
You got some nice seating around the campfire there.
That's so nice.
There's water down. There might be a trickle there, but I hear it down that way. And
Yeah, it's nice that you can still hear it.
yeah, and then there's a big opening above us.
I love it.
Let's check the moon phase, but it'll at least take longer to get dark in here, and then potential for stars. It's got potential. And I should mention, we are, I don't know, well geez, that was less than 1/8 of a mile, right? We poked around by the actual lean-to, like right next to it. And there was a couple spots. If you're in a pinch, you could put up a small tent there if it was overflowed. But we went back onto the main trail and down. Like I said, oh, here's a chipmunk. He's bold. We grabbed, I almost said we grabbed the chipmunk.
You're out of your mind.
And we did 1/8 of a mile. I'm
That's
hungry.
what happens when you eat carbs, people.
Oh my God, yeah.
This is with your brain on carbs.
We had like $150 order that we made on Packet Gourmet. We do like bulk orders sometimes just to have stuff around for spur-of-the-minute trips like this. Well, this one we actually planned, but when a trip pops up, you don't want to worry about backpacking food, so we kind of keep a cache of it at home. And then I started doing the keto thing about 4 going on 5 months ago. Last time I came off of it was in Costa Rica, and it's been 2.5 months since then. But Sarah and I have some fun food, some nice memories.
Because I'm a fatty.
Yeah. So I'm going to join her in her carbiness, and we're going to
Join me in my
have
fat
all of our
ways.
favorite food. That way we're not cooking separate dishes, and then I hop back on the keto train afterwards, since everybody's dying to know about my diet, I'm sure. Wait, you're laying down.
What? Just flip the screen the other way and it looks like I'm just standing like a cool person.
By the way, I'm kind of thinking at this point that today we won't be doing any summits. We'll save that for tomorrow.
What? Who said we were doing it today?
329. Well, we originally said it's a possibility to do some today. Yeah, we can do them tomorrow.
You never said
We don't
that.
even know if we're going to take it down, walk down to Dix Pond, which is only 0.4,
Let's
maybe
get set up.
0.3
We've
miles
never
away.
been to camp this early.
It's great, right? It's 329.
Like in all of my camping history, I don't think that I've been to camp.
I don't know that you ever have, Sarah. Have you?
Not that I can remember.
You know what? Maybe when we did the Catskills pizza hike, I think we got to camp and set up around 1-ish,
Yeah, that's true.
but that was only like 2 miles in.
Yeah.
But this is going to be nice. This will be the first time you've ever done 2 days in one spot.
I know, I'm so excited.
I know.
To come back home.
I know, it'd be cool.
And have it just already be set up and not be like, oh, how do I get my life together while it's dark out?
All right, so.
Rest your hindquarters.
Yeah, you rest, Nolly. Sarah, you rest too. I'm going to poke around for some trees, see what I can find in these here woods, and set up our hammocks. I don't know, you're looking pretty comfy, Narbs. Pretty comfy indeed. Now, last time I had that pad underneath, because as you can see, and as I explained in that video, it was the Seneca Creek hiking with my dog video, so I won't go over it too much, but I didn't have any footage of him actually in it in that video. So he was like this. You can see that he's actually touching the ground just a tiny bit, so he's not truly suspended. He can get out anytime he wants without doing some sort of suicide jump. And when I put the pad underneath, he gets insulation. And inside there is a big old heavy, another 3-pound old school item of ours, synthetic sleeping bag that Sarah packed in. So we were...
Yeah, because you said he would be fine with the fleece.
Now, what's it supposed to go to tonight? Potentially in the 40s?
Under 50. Yeah.
Under 50 for sure. You know, we didn't know what elevation we would be camping at, and that can impact things greatly. It's about 3.3 degrees for every 1,000 feet. I usually say 3 degrees per 1,000 feet, just to keep it simple, is a general rule for temperature. So if the forecast in town, and in town might be at 1,200 feet, depending where you are, is for 40 degrees, and you are going to be up at 5,200 feet, that is 4,000 feet difference. So you're going to subtract 12 degrees from the local forecast. That's usually what I do, and it works out okay. And of course, there's a lot of other factors. I'm no meteorologist, but that's a kind of quick and dirty way to look at it. So anyway, basically that means that Sarah's right. I should have probably brought something better than
Don't
the
worry,
fleece.
that's why I'm here. Look at him.
Yeah, we're going to let you relax. Sarah and I are going to pop our quilts up. I already got one in there. You can kind of see it right there. I didn't have really a choice because a lot of times I steal Sarah's 20-degree top quilt.
Rude.
I try to buy all our gear so it spreads out for my solo trips because I mean, it just makes sense. So I had a 20-degree for Sarah. But anyway, point of the story is tonight I got a 0-degree and it's probably only going to 40.
Well, if I get cold, I'm going to yank yours off.
Yeah, you'll be fine. We'll trade.
You'll trade.
We can trade. Now I do have the buttons.
But my colors match.
Yeah, I wouldn't be color
but
coordinated.
not with this hammock.
No, you messed up. Should have got a yellow hammock.
We gotta go home.
We gotta go home. Anyway, I do have the buttons. I always get buttons on my foot box. That's kind of a point of debate. But for situations like this, I just open the whole thing up and use it like a blanket and get some more versatility out of it. So, Nolly, you just keep relaxing. We're gonna put up some quilts.
Comfy right now.
Yep, and maybe we'll have some hors d'oeuvres soon.
Happy hours.
Happy hour.
Ching ching.
Yeah, that's some nice already collected firewood that was just a little too thick, probably. But saw in your foot, we can get through that. And that stuff, we can cut that up if we really want. Although we have a nice collection of bigger stuff. It's just the smaller stuff that's obviously easier to pick up. It's been scavenged pretty good, but when you bring 45 to 55 pounds of gear like this, you can have fun. Look, I even went old school with a lantern. Is this a USB battery charger that's also a lantern?
Oh.
No, it's not. This is old school, straight up, double A. Well, it's actually new.
Oh wait, it's not even? I thought
this?
you were saying it's a charger too.
No.
Oh
This
man.
is a straight up lantern. This has no purpose but light. It's just some regular double A batteries in there. I said it's old school, but it's old school style. It's actually a new LED camping lantern. It gets super bright, it has different settings. And then on top of that, speaking of weight.
Oy, there it is.
So I had all the food for both of us. Now, obviously you could carry your own food and then everybody in your party just put it in the bear canister that whoever was unlucky enough to carry.
You.
In my case, it fit in the bottom compartment of my old school pack, which is why I brought it. I used to put my sleeping bag down there. I just barely put it in there. So a 70-liter EMS pack just barely fits this. It's a Bear Vault model BV500. This is 3 pounds of goodness. But like I said earlier, you don't legally have to use them in this area, but we went for it because we were already packed. And the other cool thing is, now that it's here, since we're doing a base camp, there's times where we might walk down to Dix Pond over here and check out what's going on, or Nolly might do something crazy like he is now.
Why are you half naked? What happened over there?
Come here. We gotta fix it.
Come here.
Watch out for your hammock.
Oh, jeez.
Nolly is a purist when it comes to hammock camping. You'll notice he uses whoopee hooks.
Look.
He's old school.
Why are you stripping? We're trying to keep this PG. Where's your
Come here, buddy. Hang out.
where's your sweater?
Anyway, speaking of him, we got to put his dog food in here too, right? But anyway,
Yeah.
we're going to be walking away from camp sometimes just to check out stuff, get water. It is still a high concentrated bear area. So the nice thing about this is instead of re-rigging a bear line every single time we want to get something, or most likely just leaving it down and not actually properly hanging it every time we walk away from camp, with this we can easily put it somewhere and all of our food's right there. We can go get stuff, seal it back up. It cuts off the smell. So it does have its advantages. I mean, there is a reason to use these things. Anyway, that pretty much says it all. I'm probably justifying to myself because we did just buy this for this trip. The last time I used this was in Colorado, and I think Mike bought this and I bought something else, so I didn't have my own, and he was out of town, so we went ahead and bought one. But it also, check this out. Now, this is another way that I justified this. I said, we can use it at camp to sit on, and it does feel pretty good. But ironically, we ended up at a place that had straight up
So
benches.
many seats.
Got the chips, and we have guacamole.
Yep.
Dehydrated guacamole, I forget the brand, we'll see it later. But I'll tell you what, it was $9, which all backpacking food's expensive. But I was telling you, I should just bring some avocados in the woods. And then considering that I bought a 2-pound lantern, and yet I paid $9 for some dehydrated guacamole. I'm a smart guy. I probably should have just brought some, I don't feel like cutting up avocados. Nolly, you looking at your hammock? You want to get back in? I didn't even mention, as you saw in the little time lapse we did, those are the Dutchware chameleon hammocks in double Dutch mode with the double Dutch bug net on it. I did a whole separate video, so we won't go into that here, but feel free to check that out. And also there's another one called the Bird's Nest that is not specifically made for the chameleon like the double Dutch is, and we'll use that tomorrow. That one's kind of cool because we're going to see if Nolly can be in it with us. Not that bugs are really bad right now, but there's still a few around.
All right, back to that firewood, bro.
I'm on it. It's going pretty good, Sarah.
I take all the credit.
I think you should, because I haven't really been doing anything for it.
You got it started.
I got it started.
But see, people will never believe it because it's not on film.
There's no evidence. There's one picture of
And now
me
it's just me.
using a saw for like 5 seconds, and then I sit down on a bear can, and then all of a sudden the fire's going and you're here, so it looks pretty good for you. And while you've been doing that, I've been working on setting up the underquilts. On our chameleon, it comes with these quilt hooks here, and they go around the shock cord on your underquilt, either directly on it or right kind of over the fabric and on it, because the shock cord runs through the whole thing. And that's on both sides, including the underneath side, or in between the two hammocks side of our double hammock setup. So that way in the middle of the night, this shouldn't shift around and come off, which is pretty cool. And in the event that either one of us do need to switch it, these zippers here, you can reach out and grab it. And the same as this on the inside, that little insert there on the double Dutch that acts as a barrier as well as a connector between the two hammocks. There's a double zipper, so you can zip them apart and reach out and adjust your hammock underquilt as necessary. But I'm thinking, I usually don't have too many problems with these now that we have them dialed in. I know Sarah's shift around. Sarah, yours is shifted around sometimes on you, right? And you've gotten some cold spots. So let's see what happens with the quilt hooks deployed. Nice, well, we got some fire.
Yeah.
I did say earlier we're gonna have some more d'oeuvres and maybe a little vino, so maybe we'll get on that next. I like this board too. I got myself all prepped up.
Look, you have that one, I have this one.
Oh, they're like our little shelving units. So I got my sunglasses, I don't need that. Flashlight, larger knife, my Olight HS2 400 lumen headlamp that I've been testing out. Kind of a combination of power and lightness. And I'm ready to go because I don't like digging around for headlamps or flashlights when it gets dark. Smells pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cabernet Sauvignon?
From Chile. You know we like our boxed wines.
Cheers. You want me to move your bed so you're over by the fire? Okay.
Oh, he wants to be social now. He knows the party's over here.
Yes. That's the good stuff. Lay down.
All right, let's officially do it. Open this sucker up.
Yes.
fill out everything.
2 little locking things on it. 1, and then as we eat this food, hopefully we'll have room to fit. Oh, we won't have to fit the chips in there because they're about to get destroyed. And his dog food will go in. So there's the guacamole. It's by Simply Delicious. It's 300 calories for $9. There's a chicken salad, ramen.
Oh, which we didn't have lunch today.
Yeah, so what we ended up doing was we actually ended up having not as much left of the packet gourmets as we thought. We had 2 dinners, and we're here 2 nights. Now usually we eat a whole dinner each, but instead of going out and spending more money, other than our splurge item on the guacamole, which I bought when I picked up the bear canister, we went ahead and said we'll split a dinner each night, which we know won't be enough, but we usually like to have a second, what do they call it, 4th meal?
4th meal.
So we have ramen noodles and ramen rescue, which I've shown on the channel before, but that basically has some dehydrated chicken and vegetables and some hot sauce and kicks it up. So we have our late night dinner and our first dinner. So tonight it's either the chili, love it, I had it on almost every other video I've made.
Good.
Snack items. Oatmeal for breakfast, haven't had that in a while. Where is this? Aha!
I was gonna say it better be in there.
I know, I got scared for a second. It's not just pasta, so it's pasta beef bolognese.
Olive oil in there and Parmesan.
Dehydrated beef. Oh my gosh. This stuff is great. And it's a little more involved, but that's fine because tonight is nice. And I was just telling Sarah, isn't it nice? This is a great campsite and we don't have to tear it down in 12 hours. Or a lot of times in 8 hours. Alright, put this stuff away. Why bother putting all those tasty scents out there for bears?
Oh, and Nolly's
food we should get in here.
his lamb liver treats, those things smell.
They need to go in here.
They'd be calling some animals.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, you know what? There is something different to show about the pasta tonight, though. Sarah disappeared, by the way. She knows how to teleport. She's over working on the hammocks. This here, new Cookset. My mom actually gave me this.
That's right, you did say that.
Yeah, it's by a company called MalloMe. It's a camping cookware and mess kit. It's a pretty decent amount of items in here, and it comes to 15 ounces. It is pretty cool, and the reason I brought it was, well, you'll see it has a larger pot, and like I was just saying, when you make that pasta, and we did make it in my 750 ml titanium pot on that video, it works, but it gets a little cramped. And sometimes we like to do 2 pastas, in which case I never would have fit in that pot, but in this pot I probably would have. But either way, I'll have more breathing room, so in the stuff sack, I'll have to do a separate video on this because it seems pretty cool, but tonight will be the first night
the first time we're
used
using it, yeah. Thanks, Mom.
So it's nested. First things first, there's a fry pan and the cooking pot, and the cooking pot is a full liter, 0.75 probably comfortably. It's wider.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be better for stirring. All right. So this is my fry pan and the lid on top.
We're gonna need more wood.
And this is my standard cook kit stuff that I've showed on my gear videos, basically just shoved in here. So some paper towels and some pocket soap. That doesn't come with it, of course. It does have this little wooden spatula. I forget if they said it is bamboo or not, or some sort of lightweight wood.
I think it was bamboo.
Yeah,
I think I remember.
it's like a Turner type spatula type thing. This didn't come with it, but it's my Vargo windscreen just in case I want to use that, although the wind here is pretty calm. It's nice.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah, you're headless. You've been headless the whole time.
What if I talk with my legs more? And
Yeah.
then when you go like this.
We keep it professional here. It comes with this little cleaning pad, which I'll use until it gets funky most likely. All you have to do though is get those green scouring pads. It's just like a thin green thing, and you just cut off like a 2x2 inch square. It weighs nothing and you get the same effect, but that's kind of cool. It comes with that. And then it has this little ladle slash spoon, so kind of up to you.
That can be for our pasta sauce tonight.
Yeah, you can either ladle stuff with this, or I suppose you could actually just drink with it.
Miso soup with it.
Miso soup. Yeah, I'm still figuring out all the uses for this, but kind of you can either eat with it or serve your friends with it.
How do you eat with it? Do you feed your friends with it?
Yeah, if you want to be weird.
Is that weird?
Girl, I'm not judging. Oh God. Comes with these 2 bowls, so if you want to split a meal like we are tonight, we have the little insulating pouch. They are pretty tiny. You could have the insulating pouch though, and we could do little servings. Oh, this would be good for our queso though. We need a small bowl to dip out of.
That's very true.
Queso, pico de gallo, which is our dehydrated salsa. These are perfect for that. And even if we had both tonight, which we don't have enough chips for,
Womp, womp, womp.
we could serve both. So I didn't even think of that till now.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then it even comes with, they call it a bonus, this little spork. Folds out, locks in place, so I can stir my pasta with this. I also have some other utensils that I always bring as well. So there we go. I'm going to cook my pasta in this tonight. Cool, but not yet. I keep talking about pasta.
Why are
We
you so
want
hungry?
queso.
It's happy hour. It's
Right.
probably past happy hour.
It's at this point, yeah, we're moving on 6 o'clock. We've been hanging out for a little bit.
We have been hanging.
How did that happen?
Time just went.
Oh, I need my stove. Standard stove. Still brought the stuff stack from my usual cook kit, which the 750 pot goes in, but that way I can just keep all my stuff together. And we all know I wasn't counting grams on this trip anyway, so fresh can of fuel that we picked up at Aria. Oh,
What's that?
you just got to put it on faster. You get sprayed in the face. That's all.
Was that fuel?
Yeah,
So you could have just lit on fire.
I feel good. Oh, that's true. Yeah, probably not though.
Oh dear.
Let's heat some water. Let's make some queso. Dehydrated cheese, pretty simple, right? It's got some nice veggies and whatnot in there. Nice and tasty. And we'll pour the boiling water right in there and let it sit and good to go. 3 ounces of water. Should be quite simple. Or quick. Cut this off. Wow, that was fast. Okay. Faster than Nesbit, huh? Dump that in there. Give it a stir. 5 minutes. Cheese sauce is done.
Cheese sauce.
Sorry, queso.
Cheese sauce.
Oh, Sarah.
Eat cheese sauce.
Sarah doesn't know what that means.
Cheese sauce.
You know somebody's going to comment, queso just means cheese.
No.
And if you say cheese queso, you're saying cheese,
Queso
cheese,
means
cheese.
queso, and queso is delicious.
You know, I've also heard that scampi means scampi, so shrimp scampi just means shrimp. But you know what? At a certain point, it's just part of culture, my friends. And when I say queso, like most people in, say, Texas, Fort Worth area especially, it means cheese sauce with some chips. How much queso did we eat when we were in Fort Worth?
Oh, dude.
Every meal.
Buckets. It was like heaven on earth.
There is a little chill in the air too, so these cooking bags will come in nice and handy. You getting into them chips early?
No. How's it looking?
Better consistency now. Maybe a little too thin, but I don't think so.
Just means more queso. Oh, Martha Childs is coming out.
Oh boy.
So first things first, I like to put my asparagus. I'm trying to do my Martha Childs.
Oh boy. Can we fit the whole thing on there?
I don't know.
Yep. So these fit a whole packet gourmet appetizer.
A whole thing of queso.
Which means
That's
they
an
probably
actual measuring unit.
yeah, a whole thing of queso.
It's different. Packet gourmet, what'd you do? It's still delicious, but it's different.
It is different, right?
But they also they're doing a lot of fresh things, so.
Yeah, that's what we said before about the salsa.
But that was definitely different.
It was definitely different. Their stuff's always good, but they seem to be evolving every time we get it.
I'm gonna call him.
But it's always always
delicious.
good. All right, let's get in there with some
But it
chips.
is different.
There's some sweetness there, like maybe coming from peppers or something.
You burn the ingredient.
We burn the ingredient card, so I feel like it almost looks like a spinach in there, but I know it's not.
Packet gourmet, hit us up. Tell us what you've done.
What you got in there?
What you got in there? Tell us what you changed in the last few years. We've been eating your queso religiously.
As you can tell, we are losing light here by the minute. Which also, I'll point out, this is a really cool spot and it's totally legal. And if you want to play the home game, check out my GPS data on my website. I will tag this spot and you can come here because it's a good ways off the trail. We saw a little opening. Actually, a deer caught my eye and Denali got spooked, luckily, because then I saw a little opening.
Oh yeah.
Not this opening, but we walked over and I just kept walking and walking. So it's a decent amount of ways off the trail. And then I'm like, this is too good to be true. There's water over there. And then I look up and they posted a camp here thing. Like the spots I was talking about earlier that were right next to there that you could hit up in a pinch for overflow, they were not marked with the disc. You're not supposed to camp within 150 feet of a shelter either, unless it's marked with a disc. And they didn't apparently like those spots, so they weren't marked.
Yeah,
but if you come down here, it's way better. A little claustrophobic, it just didn't have the same vibe. This is cool. All right.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Clink.
Now, snack, or I should say happy hour was good, but probably prep this tarp. I'm just going to put it up halfway. I don't think anybody can see me though. This is probably a bad...
Babe.
I don't think anybody can see at all.
Babe,
What?
I brought something that can help.
What? No, I
You
have my
ready?
headlamp. This goes up to 400 lumens.
No,
and
look
I
at
still,
this.
they still can't see anything.
I brought the sun.
What?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
that's
wait
right.
a minute. Hold on. Is that the...
Absolutely, I did.
Could you possibly have brought the heaviest flashlight we own, the Olight Marauder X7R?
Yeah.
Boy, did we catch a lot of hate for this flashlight.
You know what?
Who would ever have
All
a
y'all
pound and a half
drinking those
flashlight?
hater.
Well, my skinny blonde wife just hauled it into the woods, so sorry, boys. And now we have 12,000 lumens of capable
And look,
light.
you want to know why I hauled it into the woods? Because look, daylight. Look,
No,
you
wait.
can see everything.
Right now it's actually at 6,000, I think.
Oh, do the turbo?
No, you might as well back it up and do turbo. So double
Click it again?
that thing, yeah. All right, now I can see what I'm doing. It's
See,
sucking in.
why
Thank
would you not want this? In the middle of the night, if I hear something, you know what's coming on?
Let's jack it up even more.
Oh, I'm going to start
Right.
a forest fire.
So now you can see I got my tarp back, but I got my
This
line.
thing is amazing.
It is amazing. And of course, all joking aside, I wouldn't bring this on just any backpacking trip.
I would.
Oh, and by the way, it's really expensive. I get it. So are Ferraris. But if somebody wants to send it to me, I'm going to play with it and share it with you. So while I don't really condone a regular backpacker to buy a $300 search and rescue flashlight, I can say at least
Be a
it's
Girl
pretty
Scout.
entertaining to see one in action.
Be a Girl
Just admit
Scout.
it.
Always be prepared. Be a Girl Scout, people.
Well, I did hear that Girl Scouts do actually carry those on all of their
That's why
missions.
I brought it, because I am a Girl Scout. I don't know
true.
if you know this. I was a
No,
brownie.
I believe it.
You should believe it. It's how much I love you, boo.
All right, well, we got
I'm
the
gonna
tarp
light
set
up your
up.
pants.
We're good.
But look, remember you told me about the motion sensor.
Yes, if you get too close to something, you wouldn't want to light it on fire, so it just
Why does it want to light my hand on
it just
fire?
stepped down
It's
into
not
low,
working.
or I should say into high.
Did it? Oh,
Yep, and then it went back up.
Look at that.
Yeah, so it steps down. All right, well, there you go. So there's our tarp. We'll take a better look at that tomorrow in the daylight.
No. We'll look at it now.
In the daylight.
You're going to take a look at it now. You're going to look at it now and you're going to like it. If you have a wife and she doesn't like going in the woods, maybe it's because you're not bringing a flashlight.
All right, well, anyway, we're prepped up. So if it does rain tonight, which is not forecasted, we can pull these yellow tabs forward, put some tent spikes in the ground, and we're good to go. See how it's doing. Give this a stir. Oh, it smells amazing. All right. Like I said earlier, this probably won't hold a full serving, but let's just dump out a little bit at a time. A bowl for you, a bowl for me. We probably get like 2 bowls apiece, easily. You get to try out the new spoon.
Yeah.
No, it's still plenty hot. I feel like we let it sit for like over an hour.
Hours.
Put that back in there so it stays hot.
Yeah.
How's that? And we'll save the rest for bowl number 2. Oh man, little ground beef, little pasta sauce, rotini.
Oh, yeah.
Nice way to end a day.
Cheers to that.